Good evening or good afternoon or good morning wherever you see this video. I'm sitting outside the beautiful Adelaide City Library here in the beautiful Adelaide CBD. For those who know me know I'm a bit of a history buff. I love old stuff and just feel like this is the best place to start doing these videos. So as you've probably seen in the heading, I'm talking about life as a drug-free athlete. I put up a video a few weeks ago on my Instagram talking about my physical stature when I was 16 through to 25 and the change from going from about 94 kilos to about 135 to 140 and being a drug-free athlete through that time. And I'm just going to answer a few questions that I was given, and if there's any questions, chuck them in the comment section below. More than happy to give feedback. And the biggest thing I want to make clear is this isn't a video for me to ridicule people in non-drug tested sports for doing what they want to do. It's totally up to everyone. Everyone has a choice in life to do what they want to do. The biggest thing with people that make choices in life is you live with the repercussions of your choice. There is just an idea that people that talk about being a drug-free athlete are just going to ridicule people for not, or the other way around. And I feel like these videos for me are more about trying to give some advice to young and up-and-coming drug-free athletes, to talk about maybe the issues I went through being a drug-free athlete and non-drug tested, but also in drug-tested sports, as I have done both. To a high level, competed for my country in weightlifting, competed for my country in Strongman, competed around the world in many other events, and in Highland Games, in powerlifting. So I've been very lucky like that to compete across non-drug tested sports as a drug-free athlete. So for myself, this is just more about answering some questions, giving some feedback, maybe giving some advice to the young up-and-comers, and then just, like I said, answering the questions people want to give me and the struggles people have. And again, also talking about the experiences I had as a drug-free athlete competing in non-drug tested comps, because trust me, it's its own thing as well, and that'll be stuff I bring up in future videos. But this one today, I just wanted to give a bit of a reason behind why I was doing this, and I guess chat about the reason why I stayed drug-free through my career. I started sport at a very young age. I started wrestling at Flinders University in my early teens, 11, 12, 13 years old, moved into weightlifting in my later teens in about 14, 15, and then obviously moved through that to powerlifting, Strongman, Highland Games and everything. So from a young age, I was very much in strength sports, but in very much drug tested sports. So weightlifting and wrestling were obviously ASADA based, and there's obviously its own limitations in drug testing, as there's a lot of athletes around the world that test positive and stuff like that, or work their way around the system. So that's also a part of it as well. But for me, the goal was to stay drug-free because I wanted to reach the goals that I had set clean. There's a lot of goals I haven't reached yet that I still want to reach as a clean athlete. And being lifetime drug-free, my goals were to, compete at the highest level in these strength sports, in strongman and weightlifting. And I was so blessed that I was able to do that, compete against the best guys in the world, clean. And that, to me, was a goal I wanted to achieve, and I was lucky enough to do that. And for anyone that sort of sees this video and goes, can I do these types of things? It is possible to compete at these competitions. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of smart training. It's a lot of, work, but it's also a lot of work outside the gym, in recovery and stuff like that, and workload and understanding, and really dialing in the smart work rather, using a bit more of this and this sometimes. So I had all these goals, and look, a few of my goals were to deadlift over 300 drug-free, which I did, to bench 200 drug-free, which I did. I wanted to press over 200 kilos over my head drug-free, which I did. All these things. The squat, I'm still yet to reach my goal there. And that's something I endeavour to do through the time I still have left in the gym and training. So I guess for me, it was never really a thing that I sort of wanted to do. I wanted to test myself to the best of my ability and see where my body could push to as a clean athlete. I never sort of thought any less of anyone else that I was competing against in non-drug tested sports. If they weren't, that was their choice, and that was absolutely fine because they're in a non-drug tested fed. So where was it my place to judge them? There's a lot of judging and that type of stuff, and as I said, it's a self-choice. If that's your choice and what you want to do, that's fine. You just have to deal with the repercussions of something like that, you know, and that's completely self-choice, just like it was my self-choice to stay drug-free for whatever reasons I wanted to. You know, and I guess coming up through that system of a drug-free system, you know, it was just very much ingrained into me. And I guess I wanted to be the standout and the different person within that group. You know, in strongman and in strength sports, drug use is highly, you know, it's high everywhere. It's very common, you know, and I didn't want to be like everybody else. I wanted to be different. I wanted to be not the sheep that just followed what everybody else did. I wanted to be me, and I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and not to be, you know, told to do this in that I didn't feel comfortable. So I guess in understanding why I did what I did was just the way I was brought up through the system, and the goal setting that I had. You know, they were the two main things. And I'm so lucky to say that I had the career I had, and I consider myself very lucky every day. So I guess, look, that's part one of, I guess, this series. I guess I'm being a drug-free athlete. I don't want to do these videos too long. 5 to 7 minutes should be plenty enough just to go through questions. I want to upload these once a week, and if there's any questions that you want answered, I'm going to go into like my training routines. I got asked about, you know, competing in non-drug tested competitions as a drug-free athlete, you know, competing as a drug-free athlete at Worlds, all these other different events and all these other different shows, and also you know, my training routines, my recovery, etc., etc. They're things I'll bring up in further videos. So hopefully this gives you a bit of an overview of, you know, my mindset of why I wanted to be a drug-free athlete my whole career, and you know, and happy to still stay a drug-free athlete till the end of time, or when my number comes up. So yeah, look, again, like I said, this isn't one of those videos where I'm going to go around ridiculing other people and their decisions, or down talking anyone for being drug-free or not. Like I said, self-choice. You do what you need to do. You know, as long as you're not hurting other people, that's your choice in life. You know, it's when you affect other people, hurt other people, that's when things become, you know, not good. And, you know, you should be thinking about what you do if you're hurting other people's lives and affecting other people's lives. So hopefully this gives you guys a little bit of a rundown on myself. Looking forward to doing more videos. Like I said, if there's any questions you guys have, shoot me in the comments, shoot me a private message. Happy to answer them, happy to talk about it. And like I said, looking forward to hopefully answering a few questions and giving some advice. And we'll talk sometime soon. Cheers.